Well, look, it just makes cancer very real when you've personally been affected.
Started off as an ulcer, or so I was told. The diagnosis was an ulcer. I went to see a doctor twice and he told me it was an ulcer.
Part of the relay for wife, I suppose, because of losing my wife.
I don't think anyone really ever gets over it. It's always an ongoing fight to wake up every morning and go and do what you have to do. I mean, we've all got that one day we're all going to have to go through something horrible in our lives. Everyone does.
Yeah, well, we just went for a normal visit to the doctor, and he advised I maybe should have a PSA test. And
she really enjoyed it where she loved it, South West Rocks. And but then 5 come along and she started to really go downhill. Into 4 or begin to 5, and so it lasted until New Year's Day '06.
The research and the work that will mean that our children and our children's children will grow up to live in a world without cancer.
She asked my eldest son, he lives in Sydney, to go to around Paddington or Oxford Street. She said they're probably somewhere up there where gay people go to get these false boobs. She carried a sign around, lost 2, found 2. And that was her theme for the relay.
Thanks very much, Janelle, to all of us gathered here. What a sensational day for a Relay for Life.
The support from government or lack thereof,
Survival rates
all of these
are
things are very real to me.
But it's only through continued research.
Cancer just doesn't affect the person with the diagnosis. Whole families have cancer. As each person's life collides with the pervasive energy of uncertainty.
But it worried you because you thought, well, what am I doing wrong? You know?
And my wife sort of smacked me around a bit and said, you've got your life, that's more important.
The tiny possibility that life was impermanent to my 19-year-old daughter began to surface. Neither of us really looked at it as we both and all our family never for a second thought we'd lose Hannah to melanoma. We thought she'd be the one to beat the odds.
After Dad passed away, I got really angry over it, and I just started to lose my temper all the time, and I left and never went back.
Well, for my dad, it affected him in an emotional sense. I think he did experience depression through that period when she got really sick. He was very worried about her for a long time, and it really knocked him around when she passed away.
After we were told there was nothing more medicine could do for Hannah, she left us. On to December 22nd, 2008.
I wish you the very best for the hours ahead. I think you're all quite mad.
I even went so far as to appear in a calendar in drag, which is a first for me in my 50 years on this planet.
Well, they needed someone younger for the calendar, and I went on the calendar with Andrew Stoner, and I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, the calendar, you dress up as a woman in drag, if you would, and you'll walk around the oval and raise money for awareness for cancer.
I come up with the fact of getting into netball skirts, but we got some netball skirts, yellow netball skirts.
Well, look, it's a real opportunity for people to have fun for a good cause, and to not be oppressed by cancer, to live out an expression that cancer is only a word, it is not a sentence. Forget about the whole downside, the dark, the doom and the gloom.
It's helped me because at least you can feel openly the people here are in the same boat. So you can talk about it and they're going to understand. you talked about someone else where you used to work, some of your old work friends or something like that. What are you talking about, you know?
That's it, that's better.
I'm glad I got the haircut.
Yeah, you got to put your hair on too, Ray.
Am I right?
I'm not finished yet.
We haven't got a handbag.
I've got the most important thing to get done.
Who's got a spare handbag?
It's a release. You can release. The mind can have a release, you know? And plus also, other people talk to you about the same thing. It's a reverse thing, you know? So you get it out. You know, so you're not alone.
Oh, yep, there we go, here we go.
When we heard that I had cancer, it was just like the end of the world, you know. And then when we sat down and thought about it, they gave me two options, to either have radiotherapy or to have the operation. And I said, I want to get rid of it and, you know, get back to normal life. And that's the thing, I think, if everybody can get through and get back to a normal life and have a bit of fun. And
Glam rock band.
Oh, yeah. The Groove Brothers. Where's the others gone?
How you going? I'm Jasmine. Yeah, that's my thing right here. $10 for a good time.
And I'm Patricia. This is Melinda. And we're just hot.
My name's Joy. Girls Joy. And I know it's hot out there, so if anyone's feeling a bit under the weather, come and see.
Okay, thank you, Joy.
I'm Rochelle.
Rochelle.
If you have a look at some of the outfits and the teams, you can't help but laugh.
Drum roll.
Each day you wake up and someone says have a nice day, and I said every day is a nice day. So.
It makes me feel like I can still stand up and be proud of him even though he's not here, and he can still help me through it all.